land that we love. I was here.
So that we may serve thee, ever thine own, land that we love, our sweet Mama Salone. All the way from Freetown, Sierra Leone. Now, so they welcome on to today's program, as we don't get to a panelist and on set, and we not get any time for waste for start the program proper. If not the first time this week you listen to we, this not the WanPot show. We come with them every Saturday, and we can deal with the things that will happen during the week inside Salone. Today, not the same thing we go just do. But before we start, make a bring in Senesi Brema all the way from France. Make it tell Fambule Madu. Yes, Senesi, you can tell Fambule Madu, sir.
Fambu na kushe unakabo mina Senesi Brema all the way from Paris. Una user contributor to this program. I want to say plenty I do, and I want to tell una plenty thank you for taking the time for listening to we as we get good program for una today. Own yourself good journey. Ciao.
Yes, on behalf of Fambulem, Senesi, I want to welcome you on board, and I want to say Fambulem ready for listening to waiting ever we discuss today. And from New York, yes, I only can tell Fambulem Adu.
Well, Fambulem Adu, we don't come back today, Saturday. We also go join you, go listen to, go participate. By way of calling, because we get segments where I can call in and make a contribution. We look forward to that as well. Welcome again to the program.
On behalf of Fambulem, I want to say yes, Fambulem welcome you on board, Arun, and we wait for the other panelists then go join we as them they go. Without wasting any time, make us start the program as we can always do. These are the things that will unfold during the week. Now, Salone. We suicide the Freetown City Council host Michael Bolwer Moore, the CEO of International African American Museum in Charleston, South Carolina. This man can Salone, and the mayor of Freetown, Ivona Kisoya, be play host to him and take him around Freetown, and himself make beaucoup pledges them of things them way see say in go help for the relationship between in own organization and Sierra Leone go before. We also see UNFPA, the regional director, meet with President Bio and assured in support to the government of Sierra Leone. We also see the president will be the key in speech. He say human capital are the most valuable resources. If we remember, anytime the president is talking, always talk about this human capital. We also see the president, Julius Maada Bio, announced measures to improve condition of service for the military. And he also praised them for their exemplary dedication and their loyalty. This past Monday, we na be holiday. And I be remember last year, some people them be put say what in the military be they sing where them be go parade na cotton tree. And say mama, papa, una want una picking them. But this year we see na different na be happen. And we also see USAI President Bio be preside over the 2019 university convocation. And he reiterates the role of the Chancellor of the University of Sierra Leone. And also they be talk about that human capital, saying that the most valuable resource we get na Salone. We also see USAI President Bio and First Lady, then we go Banjul on a state visit. And we see USAI then rub skin and things can be happen anyway. President for the International African American Museum also will be go to Ivona Kisoya, and the mayor also be taken make you go see the president. We also get a GoFundMe page where we share now we Facebook page. This not somebody we I know personally. They try to get a kidney transplant in 2 kidney them. If you're able for help and assist in any way, go now we Facebook page, John Okano, na name, go now Facebook page and check them out if you're able to assist, because then they look for $80,000. we forget 2 kidney transplants as all 2 in kidney then don't fail and he on dialysis now. We also see USAI ACC enters into settlement agreement with managing director of TNS company where if for repay 127,547.75 this $9. Now in this month for payback. Uda sabi TNS company, you go know that they be enam. President be also where we go Gambia, he be assure the Gambians them say hope they inside Africa politics. We also see Usai the president takes on dance move where them be the play some cultural Sierra Leone cultural dance where he takes on dance move. He also assure the Gambians them of a strengthened bilateral relationship between Sierra Leone and the Gambia. We get to school we not that far from me Naya Usaimi Day in Awatalo. They call the schools Calvary Success Academy. And then they come with me, they explain certain problems then when they go through. And I begin for pay a trip now the school and I make a video out of him. If you go on our YouTube channel, he did it. And if you go on our website, he also did it. And we also get a house when I share a network. I think the Orange House. Where the Orange, I think that for Mighty Balakpool. I don't know if the other people then go take them. But we get Orange House, they win a share a network now, and I think we also see the bread crisis in Tonga and beaucoup things then the way they happen price wise inside Sierra Leone. But we'll come to that, we could deal with that. I think now some of the things then this way unfold during the week. I want to bring in you, Senesi Brahima, waiting you want to lay on a table for 1 minute before we start the program proper.
Well, I just want to continue for the comment the ACC for the effort that they make for letting go to recover the money. But again, we they ask that this not Ususu. I just want to say kudos to the ACC boss, but we want to say this not Ususu because then can't hear although yes, na money the president say they get the money for he able to do something with a world because say they get the money, but we only hope say punishment get for them because if not then they want the back with the SF still go take they say when they can and works they say that payback. They go take I go invest because when post take where did they take that money? Now invest the investor. So the profit where that post go don't make just imagine we don't know the exact time where that he take that money because the investigation they start from 2007 to 2017. So we don't know exactly 2018. So we don't know exactly when he take that money, whose profit he go don't make. So if you go tell and say pay back the money, then he don't make the man don't reach because he go just give back the money, he hold the profit. So but if you punishment did the end that, then they go look better. That's we go don't set the real example. But this one, they collect the money, then we say they go into agreement. We just want to encourage them for let them take further steps. And if possible, for let people that go jail and pay. Because corruption, just like where I've been listening to somebody where they talk, see, corruption, when you begin from the top, he set a brighter example. They already done in afraid. But we find out that the last ACT, and the run after them police, they take 1,000, 2,000 as street. Where then they said, in not get no impact with the credit, they go suffer that man for nothing. Because if you don't begin deal with the top, believe me, they already done. Say me, where they hold me, no man, I'm they mask me, don't. So, we want to encourage ACC, let them begin bring other things them. When they catch you pay the money, you go jail. I believe then they go serve as a warning to all of them. So now one they are getting first property, you force into.
Okay, thank you. Yes, Aaron, you get anything we want lay multiple before we start the program proper?
Yes, briefly, now 1 minute again. What is the talk about, ACC, the money where they pay back? Well, you talk about people that would invest their money really. Well, in some countries, the way you do that, the money where you thief or where you take from government cover, you pay interest depending on how the money for them accumulates interest. Then they will fine you as well. So I think saying now one way that way, the government can, you not go pay exactly what you take, but you will pay interest with the money for the accrue plus tax. I also want to briefly talk on this person where get kidney problem. Imagine you find yourself in that situation. That man is struggling. He sees himself between death and the possibility of living. If there is a way, one per week can contribute towards, with say Abraham say, the money we need, I will encourage we do whatever you listen from. Because today now you never can tell. It can happen to you or any of your family. If you pray for the things they don't happen to you. Let us give this person hope. Let us contribute and see how best it go recover. The other thing where you talk about the president in statement where being address some people on human capital. I like that. What he always say by that. It's not so much. What did they tell you that? Not so much the oil or diamond or gold you get. Now, how we as human beings can use we talents and advance we country. You think of all the development that would not take place hundreds of years back. Think of how plane they fly from one place to the other across the ocean. The plane not making sense. Now, somebody in ability, people can come together and put their brain together, they work together. Now, that make that happen. If you come down to even to your level, we can get all the diamond and gold if we not get their human ability to make them useful. It don't mean anything. You just be any ordinary stone. I didn't see one video where somebody sent for me. Shortly, I've seen briefly one lady who just done college. They design bed them, and sleep in bed. That's 90% they talk. We as human can put we thinking into for make and invest for the good of the country. That's what it mean exactly for that. With that coconut cake will know one. Coconut cake not making sense. Now somebody thinks I can design something and begin selling, all that thing. So now that's the president they talk. So many examples. Now waiting we as human, because we can get gold, we can get diamond, we can get oil if we don't know how to put them into good use. Anything. People would invent technology. Now technology not inventing itself. Now people that come and think and invent them and develop on them, so now that's the president they talk. The other thing again, that is braid business, I can understand, committed to experience braid crisis now for long years back, it's so frustrating because braid now one of the staple food in the country, I don't know, I never see somebody who they eat braid. I can understand. I see one video, people in the rush and try for, I hope say they will find a way where they go address that. Then this school where you go now, Waterloo, all that tell we say, there is drive behind this free education movement. We talk about this Calvary Success School. You go, you on behalf of you go make all Blackpool. That's fine. But we just said therefore, we as you always say, that primary school where you attend, that secondary school you attend. If one wants to buy a pack of pencils, you put it in a corner. After some time, you put it inside a box, you send on like primary school, exercise book, reading book, all that thing, and then it will help for develop the country, So we support this Calvary Success. So briefly, that they are going to.
Yes, then Guy colors them of different houses, and I think that they share a network follow. But Orange House, not the school, now share a network, now get them now. I want to make we deal with this bread crisis. Then this year, I feel for it bread. I send somebody. He go, okay, it take 2,000. I say, let buy 2 bread. I forget because I know it's big bread, not just small one. Now I come back and buy one. Now I say, I forget if say the bread don't go up now 1,500. And even in the one where they sell 1,000, the size self don't go down. The size don't go down. Whether they say 1,500 now, the size don't go down. And make I play the clip first. I want we listen keenly to the different parties that we they interview. Now let we listen. Uda and Uda, then they try for put the blame on. Let we just listen and we go come and talk about this bread crisis Natong. Now, just I wonder we really pay attention and listen keenly. I dey play the clip now.
Why you got to this so big no glad for letting the go up, so you know we will tell well.
The government know what for do because wetin do bread business not for canton issue for we na this country.
But some time now, we don't dey get complaint from different people them. Say they know they get access to bread. And for eat bread in the morning, na like tradition to plenty people.
It past 4 days now, say bread ne day because we when you go school almost now bread. Sunday bread and macan, bread and lunch or means. All go to the now they say bread no day.
This situation don't affect people in different ways.
Some man at 2,000 they survive car. Without we get that 2,000, you know we get for buy. But if you go buy that bread 1,000 be 1,000 butter, you will sustain your life. When they go put a 1,500, I will buy my niece. They say my niece 1,000. You go buy 1,500 bread, you don't get that my niece money. That was problem. Yeah. If it's slow, they don't get money for it, you don't get nothing for it, you don't get bracelet for it. Also, when inside the workout bag, they go hijack you. Man, that don't any count thief in the country. Who they talk to the government no more? Let put all to down. You know, for put tax by the flour, particular flour self, not for put tax by now. We don't beg them, we don't beg Papa government only.
2 days no more way bread business stronger, so everybody torment because we begin and don't use bread for go school. You know, they not use for the eat rest. We begin if you get you 2,000 or 3,000, you can able manage 5 block bread for them picking and then go manage their life. You don't see, not all man get the upper hand for make decent eat or make macaroni or that thing. But if you don't get you bread now, you get you 5 block macaroni, you picking go sustain in life. Do we they beg the president, do we the plethora, we the poor people and do because some them it all right for them, but we not all right for we and I know we own that it today.
Not all man get money for go buy 5,000, but at least we get 3,000. The able manager, bread self, the able manager go.
With all this way they happen, we make some people where they bake bread decide for strike, then blame the businessman them. Where they sell the flour them where they can use for bake them bread here say the flour are expensive, but the businessman them self get concern.
Some side and they don't pay duty, they don't pay custom for them. Because if you need the order now, when you pay custom, the customer pay, and they put them on the market. So then you are forced to not be get duty. The rest they not be pay duty for them. Flour not be duty. Oil, Maggi, they're essential. Then way essential. You get me? But now they pay duty for them. So that makes things go up. First, with the other container, 120 foot container, you see container 20-15 million. Now that 20 foot container, you don't get 80 million. You flour tax. When you pay that money, what are they put? Not to pan the market. You way they can buy to me. You said you suffer.
Outside price they go up, dollar yeah they go up, customs they go up. Of course, all things therefore go up. Not to power hand. At the end of the day, how would you buy from outside? How would you buy dollar naya? And how the customs duty up and down yonder the cannon. You say customs duty they change according to the dollar rate naya back. So where dollar rate they change, in bag they go up.
For with all this kuskas where they happen per bread business, we see one press release na social media where they show different price where the Bakers Association do add per the bread price. But the Secretary General na the Bakers Association, when an association where they deal with all the one where they bake bread, say this press release not from the association, and same way so say then condemn the strike action because then say the one where they bake not be passed through the association before then they strike.
Condemn that 100%. We not a part of that. We don't tell all who member they make them compete for make them serve the public. So before you go on strike, you just therefore go and you negotiate with government. If we are not meet up now, you can forgive government 21 days not so, but that not happen. Then just grab and do that. Then for we you members then continue for do for bake. Then they go and harass them, then go pull some of the people we remember them flour, them fuel, them bread, because now by force some we remember them day where they not bake. Because then the trade is what you bake with the fueler. We know they will not support them at all.
Chief Alhaji Amadou Bayi, when at the Secretary General for the Bakers Association, said that they engage with governments now for see how they go able to solve this problem for radio democracy. Mina Waniga Oja the report.
We want to tell Waniga Oja thank you for that report today. I don't know if you listen waiting the traders then say, we hear waiting the one the way they bake in head say, waiting we get from this Senesi you get a platform.
Salud. This issue, this bread business, if you then this year I don't follow up when this thing they happen. I don't they follow up to social media, and I don't they follow up to different radio stations, and serious arguments. When you look at the whole thing, it is say now people they try to create a situation for make the government look bad to the ordinary people. I listen to the I think the commissioner, the NRA man, commissioner na NRA. When the program began, I think he said began for calling, try for talksy. What did they holler about tax? This I think 2018. Then we go with budget, something budget now in parliament. When the finance minister be go reduce because now be 20%, they reduce it to 10%. But we will not know if they monitor that anyway. So even the strike, if we not the strike by right, on a forget 21 days notice, we don't see civil society that just we this mob guy be give the police 21 days notice. If the police not come up to statement, that tell them to go kill that man at 91 years. You know, if I don't give government 21 days notice, tell and say if this thing continue, if we not take action, will they go on strike? But you just grab no more money. Then you begin to go hold people they say are not big. If you big, will they scatter your bid? Then they will say this letter will come out, this notice will come out, not from we. So we don't know. The only thing we need to have for talk here. Sierra Leone in better one, and then now we all on. If you Sierra Leone poor, now all they suffer. If you Sierra Leone better, now all they enjoy. Begin say because not so easy now, so when something come, they try for go sabotage because most of the things they happen now you see. When president make statement, first he must go come out, he go make you go do this, he go do everybody. You know this opposition. When you get constructive opposition, country they develop, country they better. We see this the same thing will be happening. The SFPT where they be in opposition. In fact, they not be the talks. Them be just left the ruling government. They be just go no more like kite we don't cut. And we all see the results because nobody not be able to put their tools. But when you are in opposition, you face kind of constructive criticism, help the ruling party for make the able structure and put something straight. We're not saying for it, but then can say for go begin they do this now. Look, they will say not so we. The same union, this the commodity say we don't put president. This same commodity say no, not so we. You know, then you listen to I think I listen one Mr. Kabia be na radio. When you listen what Mr. Kabia be talk, it's like what did they try for do? They try for let them recognize the association. I think a consumer protection unit. They try for them recognize them. Instead, they don't try for meet the minister for Moika. Minister not agree for give them face. So, in go sit on radio, begin bring other things there. Because of your recognition, they not agree for recognize them. And they try for bring can the minister down now. See the minister not agree for talk to them. And they tell this person thank you will be able to recognize them. Instead, so the minister himself begin for call. And he said, we get for explain. He say, well, he would try for make you see, say, he bring them come together, then go to the minister. You know, some of them here, this selfishness with the power we see, Alina, I need to bring that country leader because because minister not able to talk to you, say, una sit down, una arrange, una talk, una this, that. Then, anyway, this bread business, the government look into it. But I believe, say, the tax when they talk about, if I be listening, sometimes you go play that clip where the commissioners they don't reduce the tax to 10%. So I don't know which side this problem come on now. This flour issue we make bread, the shorting bread, they reduce bread. They don't notice nobody begin reduce the bread. Bread price go up. They know even the amount of the interview. I don't know if in any of the sellers union or what's instead not be able to know exactly what they talk because you know the thing just baffle them. So whether the price don't reduce, whether the price don't they don't reduce the bread in quantity. The thing just mix up. So it's like something they really way they play. Maybe they ask the government for let them sit down fine. Let the minister take up this responsibility and therefore amend this problem. Let you know face other thing. Because bread all over the world, nobody know the way say they eat bread all over the world. Now so I remember this country I mean, the incident, the next begin by the same thing happen, bread in business. Up to now, the DEPA the strike. It don't make the country not even steady. So let government guys sit down with the trade minister, they able do something about this bread business. Thank you, sir.
Okay, before I bring Aaron in, I want to make Fambule know say then say people call in and be part of this program. The number for call na United States number where the country code now 1-646-610-3107. The number for call and be part of this program na United States number. The country code now 1-646-610-3107. I go bring Aaron in. Yes, Aaron, waiting you take on waiting you do Yerisa.
Well, at the onset, you tell me for listening keenly. What I read from the report now that the bakers then they blame the business community. The business community in turn blame they blame tax and the tariff also. That was routine the tax the fee whether they pay whether they import good kind of the country and say all that. Then they also blame on the exchange rate of the dollar. Because when you want to import something, you therefore exchange leones for dollar, and whether they pay more leones for the dollar, for let them go buy what they then use for the buy, then they pay more now. So then see reason for increase the cost of bread or maybe 9 cost the bread daily. Now according to their own problem with them. But then we see the Bakers Association. From what I get at the report, there is a difference between them. They're not kind of united. They're not united in the sense that the bakers, somebody where they represent the Bakers Association, say, hey, not to them lead to this kind of strike where they go on from some sector of the bakers. So in other words, they not get one word. Then within the Bakers Association say, then they say, well, this not to say for BL. Some people then they say no. They get divided. I just listen to Tennessee. What in Tennessee say just now? One association say they want meet minister. Maybe all of this now because they're not be able to meet the minister of the trade. Well, I think say John then get a body of a business association, not to every business association for go see minister. This mentality for say we for go meet the minister. And I think say anything then get an umbrella association of all businesses. We then get problem that body they for the coordinate with the ministry. But here is my own take of everything. We country right now, if with the earn foreign exchange, the rate we they earn in terms of what we they export, it's less than what we they spend. Now, like you get let's say 1 million leones every month for your salary, but then you spend like 5 million leones. There will come a time where things will be difficult. And that time, all of this is part of the problem with the country. With the earn in terms of foreign exchange, would they have less than waiting with the import? We spend more than waiting with the earn from import. We export more, spend more on. We spend more on importing goods than we receive when we export goods. So all of that make the rate of the dollar they go up, and when it go up, because dollar are the international currency we would use for buy things them all abroad. Even when you say you left the dollar, you want to use other countries, other currencies that peg with the dollar. So there is no way you could avoid the rate of the dollar, and that therefore do not just with Sierra Leone. It will do with what they happen in other countries. Then it affect the rate of the dollar. The tree could come down to we and every other country. So that self gets in effect on waiting some of them things there. With the dollar, they go up business. People, they know, then they get for spend more. And we all know, this way it starts, so if it continue, petrol price will go up, transportation cost will go up. Now, the ordinary man, at the end of the day, now they feel the pinch. So just as Tennessee say, if there is a way government can try to address this problem, if they can reduce the cost of tariff within impose on some of the goods then, particularly with things that we get to do with staple food that we got, where the salute people in need. Because some people they not get job. Whether woman they talk about in Pekin, you get 2 Pekin, you answer in the school, they don't get for buy dinner. It's so touching. If you listen to what that woman say, you make her feel so it shake me heart. Somehow, think of them picking them, man will buy bread for them, papa will buy bread for them, or give them waiting for it in the morning. It's difficult. So, if there's a way the government and the business community can come, particularly with things like that, with staple food with people in need, it will help to address the situation. So, I will let so far.
Okay, before Yusuf go tell Adu, I go play the NRA side, and I like how Aaron you able to come with the different parties them waiting they say. Now make up the one that we really listen keenly because the citizens, the people, the consumers, then the big papa government, while the traders them, then they blame the tax. Now I want to play waiting the taxman say, waiting the man from NRA, waiting he say on this whole issue. Because the thing is, even jelly na be 2,500. Jelly don't go up to 3,000. The other day they asked the man, I say, why? Transports no go up, nothing no go up. Una na cut no more, una they go cut. Why jelly for go up? It's like people and just they go and do what they want for do, and nobody's paying attention. Nobody, this bread issue now because waiting do, now because it be say, oh, everybody, but before you know it all left so. 1,500, 9 days, and 1,000 bread no day again. Now 1,500, and you not even size the 1,000 again, they don't reduce them. And this are the reality right now. All this talk waiting now, you not get for change again.
Abraham, before you go play that clip there, I just want to come back with this jellyman who you mentioned. Take the jellyman for example. We say the importing jelly, not the way they import. That's so true. But remember, I said the jellyman. No, imagine say the jellyman every day we making jelly, they make let's say 50,000 profits. Or that 50,000 they let's say now they use for keeping family going. But then because if they get for buy bread, they get for buy other things the way the price don't go up. Now out of that in money will be. So in other words, what instead they get out of waiting that little profit will be make, it's all reduced. It's not just the cost not don't go up, just like how you say, the size of the bread don't reduce. So in other words, the jelly man, don't imagine say he get 3 picking. If they buy 3 bread, but because the size of the bread don't reduce, maybe we need to buy 4 bread because that will get for cost them more. So in as much I know they say everybody for increasing price, but now the effect and some thank God Yusuf don't join me, and I believe the way in 10 can we'll talk more on that. So I'll let you play the clip.
Okay, Yusuf, you can tell Fambule Madu before we play this next clip.
All right, Fambule Madu from Atlanta. We get gloomy weather, but opportunity again for land and share with small idea and learn a lot more. Again from Atlanta, I say hello to everybody around the world. Thank you.
Okay, now we can play the clip of NRA waiting at their own take on this bread issue in the salon. Let we listen.
Finance Act generally now act of parliament where they for look at fiscal issues and particularly tax issues, both customs and therefore domestic taxes, different policy issues. The flour issue, 2019 Finance Act not get nothing to do with the flour issue.
Why you think so?
Because the rates on flour not changed for the 2019.
So what's not the previous rate to the rate at which we they right now?
So okay, the last parliament put this flour at 20% than at 2018. This government meets flour 2018 Finance Act now be 20%. when this government can, the Minister of Finance get a supplementary goal. I think that was in November or what. And inside there, now they say, you remember when they come with alcohol, when they reduce flour, now one of the commodities that we benefit from that, they reduce them from 20% to 10%.
So why you think say right now flour don't go up?
Exactly. So now the question. This is a global problem where they out there. Now shortage don't take place. And unfortunately we are importers and then storage facility now ain't get the problem. They're not able to store like our Guinea and other countries and get them big storage facilities. So the fundamental problem is that now we flour mill in not the function. So we global, anything will happen globally in terms of the production we don't affect, then definitely it get for our factory because we import the flour directly. So that is the problem. And the economists that go tell you say when the demand it don't pass the supply, the price will go up.
Commissioner, one go say that the implementation of the 2019 Finance Act could cause this kind of issue in the country?
No, I categorically say this not get nothing for do with this flour. The tax not change from the supplementary budget to 2019 Finance Act, not the same.
So you not believe at
all? No, not to believe, say not to that, not to me believe. This is a fact. The fact is, tax not change. You know, you change tax middle something.
As much as this don't happen, you don't say this not a global production. We don't affect right now the country. Which one don't do really as NRA?
I don't know.
In terms of engaging the people, because this not the perception where so many people don't say that NRA actually don't add the tax collection.
Yes, that's a very good question that, and I think I don't see on our social media, and I think 98.1 are one of the credible stations. Then when we talk to the people, then go yagi. I still they say categorical to the people of this country that tax on flour now it don't reduce from 20% from the last parliament to 10% to this new parliament. Categorically, I go talk no to tax. Now the same 10% if you go down, now wataki for the duty, 15% for the GST. This not get nothing for do with taxation, so the tax not change.
Some man they tell you say the flour rate be done to 250,000 and now automatically it don't come to 310,000. The price, I mean.
So the price go up with shortage day.
So now not get control with that.
No, the shortage will don't take place. Government they do something for ensure say they engage the importers so that they come with more goods. Now the level of valuation much don't improve. And I want to take this opportunity again for say we don't go as it could award. We all done again for help we again forget the true value of goods. Now, we all then at this country where everybody be they say, oh, customs then they undervalue seriously. Everybody be they get and what the undervaluation they do, it just they benefit very few individuals.
So we then can perception then they people and don't get say NRA don't increase the tax, all them things then they. What's the message you want for send to the public?
So the message is that NRA not increase tax. NRA they try for improve on the way that they do their business. We this guy for ensure say people then waiting they're supposed for pay, then pay. Very soon, till this Monday done, we will see massive education. Let people then really understand this tax issue. Because honestly enough, this government is very considerate. From where we don't come as a government, then they insist on the welfare of people then, and therefore the rates they can do. Oh, block leakages, obviously people then get for complaint. But believe you me, in terms of we rate is very, very competitive.
With all of waiting to happen, Commissioner, waiting on don't land, or waiting government, you think say go don't land.
The only lesson is that we need for just continue for speed up, for ensure say we get enough buffer for the NTND.
Waiting a buffer?
I mean enough room. For example, if now 5,009 people in they consume a day, we for make sure say than the importers. But again, if the person back don't go to the world market in a day, I go come with the flour. But I believe the government will work assiduously for solve this problem. If that be tax, like I know say that they will don't know what for them, but not to tax. It's not waiting with mass and exogenous. Now outside impact now don't hit we. When a country too much depend on import, that's the thing also. Because when you locally we get where domestic production base high, even something happen overseas. party, you own local industry with the help now. And you hear where the government talk about diversification, and part of them thing in there. So when the domestic industry don't come out, then begin produce flour, you go begin hearing about the wheat farmers. But these are things where they take some time. Not to say we not get the idea for that. And I know for sure that this government is working on that. It's just within the interim now, this don't happen, you go shock with. But on my own part, as head of the Revenue Authority, I tell you categorically that the price of flour will don't go up. It not get nothing for do with tax. That in fact, last parliament then left the tax at 20%. When this government come, now this new parliament, the Minister of Finance, it go with a supplementary budget, will go reduce the rate from 20% to 10%. So you not get any relationship for say, now because you don't reduce it from 20 to 10, now may price go up. You know, there anywhere in the analysis.
That's now the Commissioner for the National Revenue Authority, Dr. Samuel Jiba, be talking on that interview there with Mohammed Sharif. Also, I say the flour way people they raise concerns say the price don't go up, not get nothing for do with tax business. Where according to Ram, NRA no add no tax pan the flour.
According to Ram, NRA no add tax pan the flour. 1 for 1098.1 10 for this particular clip we able for use. Remember, we didn't ask the traders them, waiting they claim. The traders then claim saying a tax. One even go to the extent, make example says until they may pay for 8 million now and then 18 million. When they ask the taxman saying at the world market na get such age. For say the trader they don't know say na the world market then they happen or waiting we they try for on at Naya. Senesi Brema, you get the platform. Family, you they listen. Don't forget say the phone line is still open. If you want to be part of the program, the number for call now United States number or the country code now 1-646-610-3107. Yes, Senesi Brema, you get the platform.
Now that make I be say government needs to step up. Government needs to investigate and get more information. The Minister of Trade, he get for really work. The Minister of Trade, he get work for make he go to the bottom of this thing. Because if they don't reduce the tax rate when they pay from 20 to 10, then the flour be don't decamp. Then all of a sudden they say flour don't dear because of the pay tax. The man say because of the tax don't boku they pay too much tax. Then the NRA man say no, we don't need to pay beaucoup tax. Then the NRA man they tell them say the flour don't stop na the world market. Then we don't know what's in it. So the minister gets the work for do. I only hope say President go down give the task to the minister say I want get update on this issue. Let you arrest them. I don't know what me gets for say. The minister gets a lot for do in this issue.
Yes, I want to bring in Yusuf now. I know say Yusuf, you don't listen small. You don't hear this clip. Waiting are you take, sir?
You know, my own take on this, the NRA representative, he clearly specified that the increase in the bread price or the cost of bread not get nothing to do with the taxation policy or anything. And I'll tell now, I get small background in the area. They the way with the operator store where we sell flour, oil, and that kind of stuff in the wholesale basis. Now I got this Peace and Agent Junction. I remember we go buy flour in a flour mill by bag. And then get siloed in there with the wheat when they come, just as he mentioned. When this wheat come, it come in a whole, unprocessed. And then they process and they and bag them. And after when they bag them, you get the residual stuff where then they make like a pellet. And then when they use them for feed, animal husbandry and stuff like that. So I know I'm familiar with that. And I know when the crisis happened, it been known to happen in the past wherein that, flour price go up, it affect waiting the flour price that the ground get for beef. It rightfully say that, and then are the case. And in this case, what you make it worse from what you gather, now the fact that we not get even the machinery at this point for refine or even process the flour. So at this point in time, if then they order or if then they ship in the end product, the cost of all outside and process, the merchant get for pulling your own gains out of that before he sell to the person, and subsequently the trader will go buy them or the bakery will go buy them. They say get for factor in that stuff, they either for reduce the size of the bread or for increase the price for them. A realistic point. And it's if we own economy, now economy we're solely reliant on imports, this will be a lasting issue. But if we get the resource system, if we get the machinery for process these things, we get the maize from the farmers, and we get the storage facilities and all this done in-house, it will minimize the cost of anything else. So, for the one that we're listening, if not, we all get at the same time, we get at, there's no to tax issue. If the price, by right, if not to anything, the price of bread will be not go down at least 50%. By asking say, if they don't reduce the tax for the bread or something like that, from 20% to 10%, that's 50% decrease. So then it will be reflect the price of bread by 50% down. So we know realistically that will be happening. But the price for bread don't go up because of this certain issue. But if it did, like you said, the government need to look into and get a remedy for the situation as soon as possible. Then I'm your input for now. Thank you.
All right, make a beginning, Arun. Yes, Arun, you be hearing that first part. Now you don't hear the man from NRA. What do you gather again, sir?
Yeah, I think I just about to within the two speakers and not say earlier on. Remember what the man say, the NRA man. He said when we reliant on import, in other words, when we depend on what they can, we just not even for real consumption. Remember what he said? He said you not get enough space, for in terms of manufacture, producing flour. The machine or the factory we're responsible don't break down. And remember at the beginning I tell you, it also depends on, just as Yusuf say, how they affect the international community. Not only determine that if the price don't go up or the production of flour don't reduce and the price abroad don't go up, it trickles down on we own country in Sierra Leone, and it gets to affect even to the lowest person in the country. So all of that can play into this. When we know say we get with flour and one of the staple food, when that moment I don't know if now a monopoly the flour mill or the now just one flour mill will get now the country or waiting they go on, because things like that moment where it break down, of course the machinery it get for breakdown, but maybe if we get more than one, we get supplementary mills the way they produce flour. We don't import the raw materials long, we don't store. Remember the story in the Bible, I think we get to do with how Joseph become the king. Where they get this story about famine they come on. So the king decides to buy a lot of corn for storm for meet up that 7 year of famine. If we say, that's a long story. If we say we get the kind of equipment, then we will produce flour. Even when they affect the international community, we don't get a lot of storage. Things the raw material we don't store, we get fact. What is factory broke down? They broke down to everything. Price they go up, And just like how the NRA man say, they don't reduce the price, not 100%, from 20% to 10%, But imagine that says if the cost of the dollar go up, it not necessarily means let we say 20%, you will pay $10. Then when you reduce to 10%, you will pay $5. But again, if the cost of the dollar don't go up, even when it comes down to 10%, it not means that $5 you will pay. Sometimes you will pay up to $10. That are the rate of the tax. Now I talk about so. We don't know how that get to do with figures in terms of the thing we spend, in terms of the figure we spend. So all the things they get for play into this. What thing they get for do? We get for just like question they say. We get for go back the ministry responsible for trade. Then get for see how they will address this as quickly as possible. And this will be a learning process for government for future things that we get to do with the staple food, essential commodities in the country. Let we get, if we able to get more factories where they produce flour, let them put them together. I mean, this government are open for the international business community, where people that want kind do them business. It go help for address the problem. You know, as long as there is not a monopoly on a particular flour company where they produce flour in the country, where the machine broke down, then flour no good for let them bake bread for the ordinary people. I'll just let them so.
On the side where the NRA man, other one coming.
Let come in quick. I just get carried away with that figure there, and to Aruni's point, it just awakened for me. As a matter of fact, not to 50%. The price of bread not reduced by 50%. Now the tax portion will be reduced by 50%. So then they charge bread price at, for 10,000 Leone or 4,500 bread, if they may charge 20%, the tax don't decrease by 50%, so they probably reduce the price, the tax portion of that bread price by 50%. Then I've been your part. I've been just one clarified, Andy. Thank you.
Okay. Yes. Asabi, they say just now before, right after that clip, we remember the people, the traders, then they claim saying a tax, and we all know how watakide. I think and if you listen to the NRA man, they say, I hope they go come out and can sensitize the people about how this tax business they work, because I can also it talk about the tax, then they talk about the GST. It say 10% 90 now on the tax and the GST na 15%. So there is still, so I don't know if GST be did it today, if you not did it now, or there is something there that we need for be explained more so that we will get an understanding.
Explain that for your listeners.
Yeah, there is something that we, because the GST self na added tax to the custom duty. So the how we explain, I'm saying, then put the one will be there 20%, then they put 10%, but the GST is still there for 15%. So then the traders, the way they say, now then they pay more. Maybe that GST not be there before. So at the end of the day, if they pull 10%, they add 15%. But I just hope say, like how we claim say, then go come and explain to we still the wait me, then come and break it down for we properly.
Abraham.
Yes, carry on.
Yes, I've been listening to this guy, this NRA guy na SLBC. Was it yesterday? Then we get one program. Last Sunday. Then we get a program. When this same bread issue on that flour, they need to pay GST. If people listen to that program on 98.1 with that Mr. Kabia fellow, Mr. Kabia is not honest. If they investigate this thing deeply, Mr. Kabia is hand deeper all this thing, this baker, they want to go on strike. Because according to Mr. Kabia, when he come, he begin talk first, he begin praise Pakaba and government, how they be look to them, how they be talk to them, how they be take steps, they be do this all thing together. That man not honest. That man, they under this thing they took him. Because when you look at even when he talk about the storage facility, see the people the way they go buy, where they come, they not because of they not get that storage facility for can store in large quantity. That's all they affect the business. Then Mr. Kabia, when a consumer protest,
he says storage day. Exactly, he says storage day.
Yes. If the storage way there, you're not able to store for 3-4 months. If it's because it's not a big store, you wait in a call. You know what's in a store? If people they do business, they deal with when they deal with staple food. Nothing way enough for short. If you don't care, you don't order 2,000 or 5,000 bags, you don't can be. That should therefore go back. Before that 5,000, it left 1,000. Another one for don't add day. You see, that Mr. Kabia man is not really honest. So now make us say the government need for step up. They investigate this matter and know exactly what they happen. Because the people that they speak with one voice, this is why the person no, not to notice, this person will not. You see, everything just mix up. This person they say GST, and GST not the part. I didn't say all agricultural items. You will deal with agriculture, you will deal, they not get no GST. And then flour they yes, and the flour all where they count alcohol, they reduce the taxes so they pay from 20 to 10%. So we don't know who said this problem here. They make us the government and the very Minister of Trade, because if we can know yourself, he need for step up. Let he really know what he do in that office. Because I listen to the Deputy Minister of Information when he talk. He will try for let he will contact this Mr. Kabia for let them go to minister. This selfish business within this country, now he really don't ambogui because Pakaba government be the treat and find they will meet there the whole meeting. Now this minister don't come, he not agree for talk to them. You know, they say all kind of ways so that minister will recognize them. Just let people watch between the lines and not be honest.
Okay, we go to another one. We remember that incident will be happen mile 91 where somebody be die. Where then police them be go early morning, where then see them breaking and all that thing, and they now the police complaint board don't pull the report. And inside the report, then we find out the bullet will kill the person now from the police them me come out. Just as how the people them be claim that money in there. Let we listen as 98.1 begin for engage the person who can represent the police complaint board, the one that will be put the report together. Let we listen, let we get within, then say really happen.
As we've been saying earlier this morning, for can tell we how the come to Amadou Femos say as we've been saying earlier this morning, for can tell we how the Independent Police Complaints Board, how far they don't go for investigate the incidents will be happening in Mile 91 inside September 2018. Also one person be end up lost in life. And Femo, quickly let we just know how the Independent Police Complaints Board been get involved in this case.
Yeah, September 9, when it be Sunday last year, we received a call from the Honorable Member of Parliament, Nala area there, Honorable Aaron. A call we complaint handling officer Rashid Kaba for say police they don't go raid 2 villages na in constituency, Matibo and Matibo village, yeah. So where it lead to the death of one gentleman, Abdul Kamara Matibo, yeah. What we said do the next day when I be Monday the 10th, we send a 3-man team. We succeed, they gather information will be need, talk to the people, take pictures, and then come back. And after that, we contact the police officers for make themselves available to the IPCB for interrogation.
One thing where I be asked earlier gets for do with the delay. If you look at this case in particular now where we look at, it take about 5 months for the Independent Police Complaint Board reach to conclusion on waiting and find out. Waiting being caused the delay.
Well, I'm not gonna say a delay, you know, because if you take a look at investigation, you have to be very careful. You have to look at all parameters. You know, they just jump into one as if na swimming pool for just go swim and get out, you know, not something like that. You get to talk to witnesses, the alleged police officers, you know, where they've been going at the place, and then the one where discharge firearms, and you get to try for ascertain whether would discharge firearms, and again you get to look at whether the police officer where discharge where in bullets go kill this guy. He gets me based on the allegation. So we need for take with time for we do we investigation, and we end up for submit the report last January rather.
The police officer them were allegedly involved in this issue during the course of our investigation up till now. Somebody wants to know who side and they now.
Yeah, like I said earlier on, the IPCB not get the mandate for implementing your recommendations. We primary responsibility now for receive and investigate complaints from the public, or if we hear something happen, we can initiate Section 9 of the IPCB regulations. We give the IPCB the mandate for conduct investigation whether somebody complain or not. we call our own investigation. Yeah. So now that we don't do the investigation, we don't send them to the DPP. The DPP now get the responsibility for implement the recommendations of the IPCB, since police officers and discharge firearm will fall under section 31C of the IPCB regulations you talked about earlier on. And again, the discharge of firearm lead to the death of one Abdul Kamara.
Okay.
You get me? Somebody that. Yeah. So therefore, that responsibility they now with the DPP. The DPP now get a responsibility for implement with recommendation. We don't do our own part.
Yes. Quickly, part of our work, of course, the board now for advise the police force on waiting. Then for do for prevent issues them when violence or other things them when misconduct of police not for happen. The reason we make ask the question outside the police them be there at the cause of an investigation up to now the police them we allegedly involved in this fire or this killing of this young man that time they now for know if really they give advice or based on this advice as we na part of our work and for know if really the police them be there pan the work or been advised for then left workforce until we done the investigation.
Well, that's na internal business na the police. We know they interfere with the internal business. As long as you're available for you answer to questions to the IPCB. For we, that was very important too.
But what we can advise in case of them kind case them when like killing or something for do with die with police involved, which one can advise the
well,
police?
sometimes we can advise. Let's take you back to we first death in police custody where one guy died in police custody in Wellington. So he said 2014 during Ebola period. When we conclude the investigation, we even advise the police say make sure say then police says then well okay they don't get anything the way somebody go use for hang himself or for harm himself in any other way. So we can advise.
So what you want to advise in this case?
No, listen. I'm not go able to give full details of what's in the report. Like I tell you, the reports they at the office of the Director of Public Prosecutions. So now I get the responsibility now for implement the recommendations from the IPCB. You get me? And we get other ways of working if advise the police. For example, last year we start the implementation of the Luanda guidelines. That are the guidelines on the conditions of arrest, police custody, and pretrial detention in Africa, where the African Commission on Human and People's Rights we launched in 2014. You get me? Now we don't try for implement this document here, and the provisions inside this document. If we police officers and go by the provisions, they go be more professional. The citizens go get more trust in with police. So we don't begin implementing last year, and this year again by God in power, when we get support from UNDP, we get for continue with the exercise. Last year we'll be able to get up to 464 people who train, both the police and the populace.
From what you don't say, it clear now say na police been shoot will lead to that one person death na my 91 inside September 2018. And one thing where people can always say where this don't happen, say na because the police then can use excessive force where then they go for a response to anything where they happen to people in community them. From the evidence they wanna get and this investigation wanna do, it lead una to that say na excessive force the police use that same day?
Well, from the interviews where we get, the police be use some amount of force, and we always say even at international standard they always advise say you force for be proportionate to the resistance from the person. You get me? Even like if you go for arrest somebody, you not get for use force until the person don't resist arrest, and you force for be proportionate to the resistance where the person pose. So always the advice say you first, before you even begin use force, the first thing you get for fight, cajole the person for make you able allow you for let you perform your work. If you not take now, then you can use force with proportionate to the person in your action.
You use force with proportionate to the person in your action. Without waiting really transpire. I don't know famously say na name, na common at the Independent Police Complaint Board. We come for answer question, but that incident will be happen on my 91. Senesi Brahma, you get the platform. What thing you take?
First of all, I want to tell the IPCB plenty thank you. I don't know when they established them anyway, but I believe say this is the first report they pull when they say na police kill. We all day the follow news. Almost from 2007 till we so now almost people them police don't kill. That investigation they go on, we don't know anything about what happened. The last one we be so fearful that Kabbalah issue send another place. People they left and cry. One time be there to have the policeman they kills one student. They say they claim over offense. They say they take stone one for student. That OSD guy fired up, he kill him. We know nothing. Police to police. One of the other squad mates be the way himself na be traffic. If they come out, if they come, if they go na house. And come we look him. He fire him. Na OSD he fire him. How that case they left. So I want to say plenty thank you to the police board, and I believe say maybe now they get the political will for let them investigate and come up with a report for let them say yes indeed na police na in fire na the bullet what they take. The only thing no more than we would do forget that particular person we release that bullet be. But thank God they don't say that the police because of the listen to Burma. We Burma they say because the people themselves they get chakabula, they say fire. And the police them they say they fire up. So I don't know how that bullet they come up, they can meet that guy up. And Burma they say the people then the civilian and they get chakabula, they say they fire at the bush. You know, so that they always not the excuse say the people themselves get their local gun. But other man you go get local gun, you go kill himself. You see? So I want to tell them plenty thank you. And I only hope to see the DPP will come out with strong measures because the thing here is we need for the same warning. The person we release that bullet me, the commander, and in fact, I make for understand say the operation not be even planned well. It's like they be don't I mark people that be don't go recce, they don't I mark who side them for go. Straight to that point, go get within and they take and come out. But instead, they begin to go up the much they go so within they call other allegations that they come out. And the one way lead that operation, then I only want to see who say then go reinstate that police officer now 91 with the stance they not for go do operation in area we no know. And waiting and do inaccurate. Where the police begin for suspend them, I also want for hope see then go reinstate them back. Like take up duty, like the work. Because if the police board, the police complaint board don't prove say indeed that police now if fire and then kill, then the operation will not be well planned. The one way had the operation, they all forget they for face the full force of the law. So I want to tell the police board plenty thank you for this particular one. When they make a public, they will make a no because all other investigations they be just a sweep on the carpet. So they make it not switch the police. Then any side where they go, they hold and they when they get them gun, they fire. The problem with the emanates from all them see, I mean, what I'm telling for free, and I want to tell listeners they see the recruitment process for the police, government really get for sit down and review because. When you recruit somebody for the police, it's for the trustworthy and anybody who they give gun. If you not say this person, that's somebody very reliable. But we don't see inside the last 3-4 recruitments, then they can just go get that. They say because you man the one who go get that people and go put them up in school. From just imagine you go then go training for 3 months, then they give gun, you go on here and the gun now to the school. So you see, so the recruitment process, the police really get for come out and try for restructure that recruitment process. Take sober-minded people, put them to the police. Although police now one of the most difficult jobs that the world for do, even in USA now, the stone police, you not get money for react because of the training within you. You not get money for react until that possibility reach that sign away you see say you like the on that threat. And then they say when you ready for react. You get for take the idea, yeah. You see? So I have to tell them once more again, I have to tell them thank you for the results.
Make up again, Yusuf. Yusuf, you from the onset will be done behind this case, you don't know about them. Now you don't hear the result. What you take, sir? Well, if Yusuf not there, Arun, you can step in, sir.
Yes, I can step in. And, I think, what we hear from the interviewee, not that they don't reach a conclusion. And I can understand why it no go tell the interviewer, the journalist, exactly what's in the conclusion. Because doing so, it go put the case na the public domain. I mean, the public will become the prosecutor, or whether or not the police or the culpable. So you will tell them exactly, because the moment you say, well, this will be find out, me and you will be giving your own opinion about it. So they give it to the DPP, in other words, the Director of Public Prosecution. What's the role of the Director of Public Prosecution? The role of the Director of Public Prosecution are for prosecute people and where the police found, where the police feel say the need for charge for, or where the police don't investigate, or any other public institution where they find out, say, then people are. Let the Director of Public Prosecution, the Office of the Director of Public Prosecution, see what will be the charge, So in other words, by giving this to the Director of Public Prosecution, there is the likelihood that somebody is going to be charged, even if not, they will not know the particular police. Maybe they will find the police wrong in some instance, where the Director of Public Prosecution will look at how they will address that. That's not the case all the time, but most likely that it will come up to. Senator CB mentioned, say, they don't know whose particular police, but, they can know whose particular police in gun that cartridge come out from. Because I know, say, that they issue cartridge, a number of cartridges, to any particular, to every police where they go and then read them, they will know who's going to release what particular cartridge at what particular time. Because all in thing, I don't know, maybe we don't go and they know updated to that standard, because if you get low, say,
it go get, suppose you go take other bullets, you put it inside, say, me bullet on the beginning, all complete. Because you not get that for it.
But the gun, yes, I know. But the gun, that's true. Yes. The gun test can tell if the gun test can be able to tell if he release a cartridge. I know say, well, most likely we not get to that for, but you get experience now, police, so I know they challenge that as such. I just give that example no more. So what me go say? I go say, now we left this the DPP and see what thing will come out after this. Because we all remember that incident the way we see video clip of that safe way this innocent man gets killed. So we hope say if somebody is culpable, somebody is responsible, that the law take a role and then discipline them accordingly. The fact that we give police gun for their riotous conduct, then they may say in some way government mandates them for use. And somebody mentioned about proportionate when the interviewability talk. He said police then, even at international standard, then get for use force with proportionate at the response of who that then they go after. But how do you determine proportionate? What's not the measuring stick? Because everything not to the same level at the same time. Every incident different, But we also must remember say sometimes when police and they go then they have to fear for them their own life. But again, if you're not police, you get gone, you're not going to be so coward to the point that you get the release bullets like patch granite now you mouth where you go kill people. So I'm just hoping that the report where they give to the Director of Public Prosecution, it will come out to the open, we will know what's in the follow up. And this will start like in Senator say, in the past we not hear anything like that. People that get killed by police bullets, nothing not happen. We will hope say that this will start as the starting point where the police and the public will not say they're responsible. The duty of the police now for keep the peace, the safety of its citizens, not to for release bullets on them unnecessarily. So I will stop now.
All right. I don't know if Yusuf don't join me before we go to the next topic. Okay, we go just go to the next topic.
I'm mute. But go
ahead. Okay. No. Carry on, sir. Which thing are you going to take on this?
Go ahead. I think our place way noisy. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. Okay. We'll go to the next topic concerning the Commission of Inquiry. We don't start and Ebola ambulance. Come in. Let me listen the clip and we go come and discuss the Commission of Inquiry. Let me listen.
Inside Court Instrument 64, Room Number 1, before Commissioner Justice Biobel George Will, Tuesday, February 19, the Secretariat of the Commission be invites the first-time Permanent Secretary na the Ministry of Health and Sanitation, Paramount Chief Sadiq Kapua, for go answer to evidence before the Commission. For sake of waiting one witness, when the chief executive na MPPA Ibrahim Suare be go make inside one matter we get for do with the 20 ambulance and other thing them we get for do with the Ebola effects na the country. February 12, 2019. Usami Suare been say that the permanent secretary na the Ministry of Health be instruct them for do documentation them.
I was instructed by my boss, the permanent secretary, so my role was just to fix the papers and ensure documentations were done. That was exactly what I did.
Well, from the Chief Executive Ibrahim Suare, the first-time Permanent Secretary, PC Sadiq Kapua, been start for explain how imposition as PS na the Ministry of Health inside 2014 been turned from the time where the Ministry of Health set up the Emergency Operations Center.
When I became Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Health and Sanitation, the Ebola virus had struck this country. And so immediately thereafter, structure was put up. The Ministry of Health and Sanitation, referred to as the EOC, Emergency Operations Center. The EOC automatically took over my functions as Permanent Secretary. So the functionality of the Permanent Secretary were no longer relevant. And so I was only receiving instructions from the EOC, which was chaired by the Minister of Health and Sanitation then, Madam Miata Kabu.
The chief talk about the 20 ambulance and the over 1 billion loans, where he saying that the first-time Minister of Health, Miata Kagbo, been given instruction for do documentation after where then can don't decide that the EOC. It took all lengthier so where the state prosecutor OU have been missing. Been they ask them but waiting in no but then issue.
The ambulances they are referring to that was contracted by my ministry was not done by myself. I only met the contractor. It was not done by me because we were only giving information later on to provide documentation for what they have done already.
And who asked you?
The minister.
Also the contract in respect of the Ebola Center at Kerrytown. My lord, I showed the witness a memo.
The memo was dated the 11th August 2014. This was a memo from the Architectural Services Manager, Delphine Korka, who is now late, requesting for payment of 1,760 million euros. When requests of this nature come to me, I send them to the Minister for approval. And that was exactly what I did. The team that went to Kerrytown, which was headed by the Case Management Director, is Dr. Taki, Donald Bashtaki. They awarded the contract there and then and informed me accordingly of a group called CL Group.
After where the witness, first-time Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Health, PC Sadiq Kapua, be done for explain but waiting in no before Justice Biobel George Will, the defense lawyer for the first-time Minister of Health and Sanitation, Miata Kagu, lawyer Yada Williams, been do cross-examine on the witness.
The first set of ambulances that were brought, as a matter of fact, had to be airlifted. Is that correct?
Yes, they did that.
How many occasions were ambulances airlifted apart from that?
That was the only occasion I can remember because by then I had left. So all the ambulances came, not to my knowledge.
What happened in Parliament when you went there? Firstly, you said there was an audited report and contained things that were not very complimentary to you and Mr. Suare. Is that correct? I'm not saying what is there was correct.
Yes, exactly. Because they failed to realize that it was not the ministry that really did what they reported. It was the EOC and a host of other officers who were involved in the fight against the scourge. I, being a non-professional in medical science and services, was the only one called. The chief medical officer, who should really have been there, and not me, was not called. They only called myself, Suare, and the director of financial services. In terms of payment, I did not sign a law, or my ministry did not sign a law. We had 3 signatories to every payment.
And then you're talking about the EOC. Did you ever attend any of the meetings?
They only called me at meetings when there was need to make payments.
Inside this same matter, we get for do with the 20 ambulance them, where the chief executive na MPPA, Ibrahim Suarez say, na one Kausu Kebe bin go buy the ambulance here na Dubai. The funds management specialist na the Ministry of Health, Alpha Umaru Jallo, been present documents where he say, na the email where he received from the director na the Ministry of Planning, Kausu Kebe, inside August 2014.
I received this email from Mr. Kausu Kebe. My understanding was he was at Dubai at the time. That was what he said. Based on the information I had once in a while I sit in the AOC meetings, it was announced that Mr. Kausu Kebe has been requested by the Ministry of Health and Sanitation to go to Dubai and inspect ambulances that the ministry intends to buy at that time. That email was an information forwarded meant for the Minister of Health and Sanitation at that time. In that email, Mr. Kebe was trying to provide an information, from what I understand from the email, that the initial cost of 20 ambulances for $1.1 million was reduced to $1,050,000 based on negotiation they had with the manufacturers. Paragraph 3 said this means that the total required for 20 is $1,050,000, of which we need to have a minimum of 50% to have these guys really go to work. I believe if we up it to 60%, it will move them even faster.
Inside Court Instrument 67, room number 3, the lead defense counsel for the persons of interest, First-Term Minister of Works, Housing and Infrastructure, Ibrahim Kemosi say, First-Term Deputy Minister of Lands, Ahmed Kanu, and 4 other one them. Lawyer Africano Sise say, them na the defense, not glad with the ruling where the Commissioner, Justice William Anan Atuguba Bingi, February 12, 2019, Usai Justice William Atuguba Bin say, Section 150 of the Constitution, not get nothing for do with the Commission in work, and say the Commission legal. For the sake of this, make the lead defense counsel, Lawyer Africano Sise say, then go take the ruling in the Supreme Court for make the court look inside the ruling proper one. As he said, this now in accordance with Section 125, Act number 6 of the 1991 Constitution of Salon. Inside the cross-examination, where one party defense lawyer them, Lawyer Alpha Bab in the cross-examine the witness, Alex Vincent, for second in client, when I been former management director for Commerce and Mortgage Bank, Ahmed Bakar Kamara. Now this may happen.
Now, are you telling this honorable tribunal that the land is not demarcated?
Not aware.
You are not aware. You mentioned that the land is not demarcated, so you are not saying the truth when you mentioned that.
This witness requires the protection of the commission. In what respect? The Lord Counsel is rambling around, going around the same thing to confuse the witness. The direct question was asked. No, but please, Counsel, let me be hard. Please, let me be hard. I'm on my legs. No, let's do it decently at the bar. Let me be heard.
Inside Court Instrument 65, room number 2, before Justice Bankole Thompson, where the lead defense lawyer for the 2 First-Term Minister of Agriculture, Dr. Joseph Sam Sise, and Professor Monty Jones with other one them, Lawyer Lansana Dumbuya, been the cross-examine the witness, Amara Aidara Sheriff. The witness say, na the executive management committee be they give fertilizer to farmer them, and the minister them he say be gets the final saying for the farmer them way for benefit from fertilizer, but the state prosecutor Robert Kowa not been tender the document where the First-Term Minister them be they use. We be make Lawyer Lansana Dumbuya say they no go agree for make them tender the document. Lawyer Dumbuya continue say the commission forgive the document for make it go able read all waiting the witness don't say and cross-examine them. As all this they be, all the 3 court instruments them don't adjourn to Wednesday, February 20 this year, with support from Yeno Kabia, Mange Mansare, for Radio Democracy. Mina Elizabeth Campbell, the report.
We want to tell Elizabeth Campbell and the entire 98.1 team, thank you for that Commission of Inquiry update today. Yes, Tennessee, you get the platform, sir. You don't hear it? Which thing are you take?
We really glad for this commission of inquiry now, because now this some of who be the talk say, then the people allow the commission of inquiry for go on. The commission of inquiry, not to court. Now waiting don't go wrong. Plenty things don't go wrong. This government get the opportunity for correct them, make it not happen again. And I believe like the one thing I pick from here, Ministry of Health, it left in work. They go for the powder man in ministry. Ministry of Health, I want ambulance. Go meet the transport minister. Now you roll down there for buy motorcar. And besides, they grab them because of say you want ambulance, you go see any car ambulance. You told I can't. The Minister of Transport, now you area than they in the good look for you tell and say you want 20 or you want 30 ambulances. They know the type of ambulance when you go by. But you don't begin to take correspondence, you don't begin put special person that you go look for ambulance. Go and go look for ambulance. You go by 20, you count 18. So plenty things that will happen. Some people, some money they not so different, but they not go the correct way for get within the want for do their work. So now if it's everybody supports this commission, when they don't they put their report, government will take necessary steps. Like right now the area the Minister of Transport talks they try for put modalities in place so that the vehicles when they come. I think the last program will be deal with that. That one then ain't fine. But somehow when they call them for go, they say they go. Then I don't know. You say they go, but you don't say like they follow them go defend you. The other thing here I want to pick on the commission is about this land issue. We I think with Musa Tarawali and somebody, but the thing here is this is not state land, and Musa Tarawali no go take this land he use them for himself. I think he go give a company where himself na instruction in gear. And if we listen to Victor Fo in during Udolia, we be come out. We be talk see I think in 2009 that the same government go with, because before na the permanent secretary that then be get the ministry. But 2009 then go adjust the constitution where now the ministers then make a decision. Anybody the permanent secretary then go say na instruction you get from the minister. So you don't see the thing. So the ministers then also become more powerful than the vote controller. And then we don't take up this we don't take up now the vote controllership. The ministry. The ministers. So you don't see the TI gap. Now we call the permanent secretary when they come, we say me na instruction and give me. And with this bank issue, I don't know if you hear the bank issue is very much sensitive because now when they do sweep under the carpet, but it's very much sensitive until we get a bank and so they will tell you something about that. Thank you, sir.
Okay, I don't know if Yusuf don't come out Usai noisy now.
Yeah, they are small. The noise better.
Okay, you get the platform,
yeah,
sir.
But you know, waiting. We get for City Commission of Inquiry for waiting is really forbidden. Yeah, you see what I'm saying. So now, if I can go back, we go for City Commission of Inquiry for the benefit of waiting a stand for bring out. Whether or not they bring somebody these are just a process. Yes, if somebody guilty of something at the end of the day, they very well know what you do. So it just like how we don't outcry at this program before. If say you do something, come out, no make somebody come after you, and plead your case, get what you get for do, settle this cause, and go on your merry way. Simple as that. If not, thing you get for surrender them. If not something you get for pay for them, and let the process play. Now, on the value of some stuff, I get to disagree with Senator Ibrahim a little bit, that the Minister of Transportation, yes, not irresponsible for transportation, but when it comes to special service transportation like the ambulance, I think
the health unit, the minister or the health department or the health ministry, then get the upper hand for determine which kind of transportation will work for another area there. So yes, in that case, they are going to differ a little bit from Senator Ibrahim in position. But nonetheless, the government really, this government, and get for set an example because they get the platform now. The platform is if they're able to set the course that if people did do things, make them do on the rightful way for do them. If they get for do things, then do on the rightful way. If they get for follow protocol, follow the protocol the right way. If this government set this standard, it could be a precedent for the next government in Fokam, so that we won't get into this kind of position ever again. But at the end of the day, from waiting me take in out of this, in a nutshell, the Commission of Inquiry, it therefore be just that, the Commission of Inquiry, and then subsequently the prosecution will take place if somebody needs to be prosecuted. If not settlement, then therefore make the necessary arrangement in there for that. So I'll stop and see what the other people that have to contribute to this. Thank you.
Yes, Aaron, waiting now you take on this, sir.
Well, excuse me. What did me find out here, funny, now that at some point when this thing be in the making, there is some people and they say, why then they call ministers and then they call permanent secretaries? And well, whether permanent secretary they don't begin to talk. Within that thing where they say that the minister give you instruction, we not get access to getting the permanent secretary. They say with them minister happy. They say no, they forgot the permanent secretary now the head of the profession. Now well then they can now. They say, well, the minister give you instruction. How true that is, how true that not is, for the fun of it. But here is waiting, I think. I think, say, the way things be not go on in the past, where, I'm not think, say, everybody go be so kind of wrong, do some things then. But it's hard for you believe, say, the way things be go on, where at that time, they get some documents there of some of them document and they're not all lost. Because what you do, when people see government as appointment as a way for make money, it will lead to some of them things there. It's hard for you go feel say them go import them ambulance and they somebody somehow not make some cut some here. Things that the government say then things that they be going. Now all of them things they are make Commission of Inquiry they come. The thing where this commission will pull out now it's a process of accountability. What does that mean? In the future, if you want to within a government now no land from this, then they will get themselves for blame tomorrow. Because what you need to tell you, just like what somebody say, if this ministry wants this kind of equipment, whether or not themselves they buy them or they go through the other ministry who is responsible for transportation, for example, they get for do them in a systematic way where record go show, they go tally with waiting the company where they buy them from get as a record. Because we don't know what the government go don't get from the company where they buy their ambulance and they from. So you almost then buy them. Worst thing, sometimes the company where they buy and then get people like the one they will make some record for sure saying so they may pay for and we not to sue. But from your end, it's fine for their system day. Government, for their ministry, they take on the buy, now they provide. Then they forget certain things they wouldn't buy. But when they reach to certain things they wouldn't want, I think so then therefore they work in collaboration with maybe the Ministry of Finance. Record has to be in place. It's so plain. But when minister feels say now get for the sign check or we then call or anything, permanent secretary get for sign all so many things that go wrong. The poor system will be get for one government of the country. This commission can for address some of those things so that things then will be done in a systematic process, in a systematic way. So in future, record will show, say, we've been buying 12 ambulances. Now, so it be a tally with the company will buy them from Germany, the record. In fact, why we buy them the ambulance here? Why we not go for this other one then? Because some people then, all anything I get for do is get a middleman. We say no buy and that will make some things, some dealing. Now all anything then destroy the country. And I believe the defense. One of the defense lawyers say something interesting, and I think it makes sense. Now that if there is any record, them as defense foresee the record and they so that we get the opportunity for cross-examine whoever they at the witness box or the moment for explain. Because the commission now a process of accountability. Get people in due process let they explain themselves. It actually you believe say certain things are not happening during the past government. Honestly, because we see how much the continuity they go on and will call it. I'm just hoping that some people will make some small mistake in terms of waiting and take and is that because for which check has been introduced the process of inside and dry cow now they go eat. We therefore change that mindset from the people. And we will make sure say we go before. Somebody did make earlier comments about we can go after police, they will take $1,000, 1,000 Leone, 2,000 Leone. But that stuff is wrong, But all the small things in it. Because corruption and the truth, they start now house. When you let your family for take care of you, all your money you take you go drink na bar, all that na corruption. You get people in the negotiation. It's not there they start. Then when they give you position, you want make money pass nothing again.
Better this government not take you from the head anti-corruption. All you run bad for no clues.
Honestly, this thing what this government do so, and I want to believe this matter bill say if a minister or in executives they not learn from this, well, fellow we need for Pusara. And I hope say this commission, all the exercise they have will make global land for the future. I wish everybody well.
Yeah, thank you very much. Just like how you be the talk just now, Aaron, you make mention of maybe somebody there in the middle for acquire the ambulance them. I run into an incident in Salonia where I like for ask for receipt. I like na car part you go buy for the fixed car, they ask for receipt. So this particular day, me and the fitter go, but the guy they stand outside so he not see me. And they talk to the fitter, now they ask the fitter after everything, now they say, how much you want me to put on the receipt? How much you want to put? By the time they beckon, I'm like, say, the person didn't do, I don't hear it on. So since then, and no, they ask for receipt again. Because at the end of the day, even if now something will cost 10,000, then go write a receipt of 20,000. In Tinamiki, actually, I need receipts for proof, not knowing to say there is an understanding between the fitter and the amount they sell at the shop. Say, whatever you tell them for right, how much you want me to put on the receipt? Now they put today. Because at the end of the day, you're not going to take the part back. You're not going to say, but these are just little things where they go on na Salonia. So, in case now so then we don't go buy the ambulance and then they may not say, how much do you want me to put on the receipt? This is not just for the fun of it anyway.
What time do I for tell you, Steve? I just want to make you don't talk. What is the time for talk about the Minister of Transport? The Minister of Transport, what you then get Ministry of Transport? Now, in role for advise government and for advise government which came to car if the Ministry of Health wants 20 ambulances for this Ebola. Now the responsibility of the Minister of Transport, the Ministry of Transport, for good transport get a procurement for the ambulances here, and now therefore advise that minister not for them send send KB from your ministry. For make you go be middleman. Now the Ministry of Transport, somebody me for don't come out, go get specified ambulances. Now they advise government which kind of to carry the buy on transportation. So yes, I know there's no dealings that if I just write memo So the Minister of Transport tell us, we need 20 ambulances. Ambulance the way they now, let them get them go to the garage, they repair them, while they look for another one.
I think now on this note we go round up today on program, and I just want to count with you against NSC. Waiting will be your final statement for today, and waiting are your hopes and aspirations for next week.
Well, the hope and aspiration for next week, I want to see the opposition and the other people them all come together with this state of emergency business where the president be claim for this rape case. We try to get over this big disease we don't get in that country because the rate at which this thing they go, if it we try to get over. But say when somebody is anxious for something, while something happen, but mistakes can be along the line. So I want the able cement that particular mistake, whatever do happen, let them try correct down. We'll go ahead, let the law, let Parliament rectify the law, let it in place. Let's see if we done the back, we able reduce this rape cases in the country. Then the other thing I want to see again, I want to see who say governments will able monitor in ministers there until they don't go sign performance contract, which they don't go sign performance contract with the president. I only hope the chief minister, because they're in charge of the ministers for monitor and supervise them. I only hope they're doing work. Because if the chief minister be doing work, I believe this trade ministry will not further reach at this point here where people are distracted, wait for shorting at the tongue. So chief minister, I for grab, if you sit down, I for grab play the monitoring ministers there. So the hope for next week, and I foresee the chief minister begin supervising ministers there. Thank you very much. Till next week, Tata.
Yes, make we get Yusuf. You can tell me your final statement and waiting your hopes and aspirations for next week.
Me hopes and aspirations are that, let we allow independent stuff to happen irrespective of his party affiliation. If we allow that to take place, people don't feel like they can get a vendetta against them and then go according to process. A lot of things go big shape. We don't go too far with operation and politicking, one party, multi-party, inactive and semi-active and whatnot. So this is an opportunity for Tom Corner Day and get a grasp of with politics and set the standards of the future as we go one for six alone. And if I would just divulge small a little bit. The chief minister and responsibility and a duplicate of what's in the vice president for being the do. So that is another topic and another case for looking to. So, if you talk about reducing government size, the addition of that position there in itself, not expansion. So then another contradicting issue that with the government go up for grasp and deal with. But long story short, if at all everybody get a grasp of in ministry, a man in ministry the rightful way, things go work. Things go work. Me, I always talk and say, with people that will not get issue much. That standard. If you set the standard, people will follow them. If you get one or two people that will follow them rightfully, then we'll be able to make that change they for come. And the hope for the future is that, with any change, we expect a government to take place. Make we open our hands to whatever it is for play out and see how they play out. Like changes going to happen in certain ministries or certain department of government. Keep an open mind and see what's in the happen. So till next week, I do wish everybody good luck and good health. Yusuf from Atlanta. All the best. Cheers.
Yes, Aaron, you get the platform, sir. Your final statement and hopes and aspiration for next week.
Well, you know, at the beginning, at the onset of this program, you mentioned about somebody who get kidney problem, where they look for help from the public. Maybe you go round up with that and tell the public waiting how we can help for address that, you know. And when somebody's sick, they look for help. You know, there's a way the public can help. We have a responsibility to it. And having said that, I just want come to this breed issue. There's a way government can try to address that. And I think, I hope that will serve as also a learning process of other things that will come up. You know, the business people, and I mean, the feeling that business people they don't get too at a business. It's all about making profit. It's profit maximize. Yeah, it's selfishness. Defined business mindset. You know, you just want to make profit. You know, businessman not to a philanthropist. You know, for things they go sorry for. No, business they want to. Only if we get regulations, we look at some of these things there. And I believe there are regulations in place on who's how price therefore go up, you know. And I know again, if we come to that man where they sell jelly, you know, some man go say, well, you know, they go buy jelly abroad. Why make it? But remember, sometimes, look, if sometimes get for transport them from one end to the other, if the cost of transport don't go up, for example, I just give that example, then it's just a way for balance in profit and the cost we spend. So when one things go up, especially when it gets for doing the earning, when we depend on income or foreign income or whatever it is, when we depend on waiting the economy will enough. You know, if we spend more than what we earn, it affects every sector of society, not necessarily done with the imports. You know, so we therefore find a way for balance all of that. But I know the salon gets good-minded people. Again, the government, the president will talk about the need for the human capital. We think that means, you know, we all get the ability. Nothing or the way we enjoy till the way come down from the sky for them. They not come down from this human mindset. Technology, whatever we do, that is the way they make bid. We just done college. You say, hey, business not enough, work not enough. So he decide for big ways. And it's just not about the people the way they back home. We say for they abroad, you know, we therefore think of how we will continue for help the country back home, because it's a responsibility. Because even we faith that we believe in, it will say, the love for home is part of faith. It's a demonstration of faith. We have a responsibility to the country. You know, so with that, I wish you well. Thank you from all we, the panelists, then from whoever you be listening to, whether it's in the morning time, evening time, night or afternoon. Thank you for your attention. Like I said, we look forward to our participation, maybe because of the cost of calling, particularly we will host in a silo, it make it difficult. But we hope in a text or messages when be sent to the host, we will hear you from as well. Thank you and have a pleasant rest of the weekend.
Thank you to you, Aaron Rashidin, Yusuf Emba, and Senesi Brahma. Thank you, guys. On the note where I want to talk just now, the person John Okano, it na Lowell, and he gets kidney problem. We all twin kidney them don't feel so.
Now by loyalty, Maryland,
no, Massachusetts. And in two kidney they don't feel. We now they on dialysis, so then they try for get a transplant. You know, get a donor it, but they want for don't raise money, so to the time way they get a donor, then get something at the hand, we for just make the donor and him now their life a little bit comfortable for go through the surgery and everything. As I say, if you go on our Facebook page, share a network, he did it. And just we don't talk so now. What I go do, I can put on at the website and I go put on front page where you go in at the website and let me see how much we can raise as then they look towards $80,000 and they only don't get $715 where I check just now. But I know say we go try and do our best. And also the school where they talk about where the Calvary Success Academy, they don't near Minayana Watalo. They look for help as it is not government assisted and government not put any hand there. Now a young man now gets to the school. I don't make a video already. I go try share the video with the panelists and again we'll take a look at them. Now a young man gets to the school and all the people away you don't make for help. They try for hijack the school from him, even though to the last one where I know now, where Nami don't help him 1 or 2 way for make authorities come in because they try for his advantage when I see a young man and stuff there like that. And I don't go to the school. I see the condition of the school and all, then thing and day. And somebody go say, why not just give up the school and waiting? But the people where they go there, I don't attend one PA meeting where they don't even know say I didn't do them, be there on them PA meeting and listen to them. I listen to them conversation and the people and mostly na this is a new area outside me there, we're in a brand new houses and they are. And then they claim say most of the houses them are caretakers them or the one that they broke stone. If you know they take care of a brand new house where they are on na stony go they broke like those kind of areas. So now they picking them and they send go school because we know say the government we don't talk about free education. So then they send them picking them go school because they no want for the police come them and picking them the broke stone. But at the end of the day, the school self then they go, it's not government recognized. So everything has to go through them and it's a lot. But if you're able to watch the video, because I put everything there and they explain themselves. So if you want for help, that's another area back for help. And I think say then they try for the beginning of this area. They really did try. And as I be say earlier, we have get Orange House this year and network. We get Orange House there now and we go do the little way we able and we do not help. I believe say the school go team up tomorrow. I think that's how we go round up for today.